Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Mom Series, The Misunderstanding of Multiplicity. My name's Maria. I'm going to make a short, quick video. I just want to talk about a little something that's close to my heart, having to do with domestic violence. And now with COVID and people being more isolated, it's even more of something that I have been aware of since 2020, and I'm not sure if anybody's done any videos on it, but I just want to demonstrate it. Okay, so April 14th, um, Canadian Women's Society came up with the Universal Sign for Help, which was established for domestic violence. Actually, it was established for domestic violence because many women and men that are being domestically abused are in an isolated situation and they don't know how to ask for help, right? And they can't get help to being isolated to being in a way. So, how do you ask for help? But then April 28th, 2020, the United States adopted it as universal sign for help for during COVID pandemic for people being home and domestic violence being on the rise and child abuse being on the rise, abduction, just violence. So this is the sign. You hold your hand up like this, thumb out, fold your thumb over, bring your fingers down, tap on your thumb, all four fingers. So say you're in a very domestic bad situation and you get to do a FaceTime with somebody and you're talking, and while you're talking, you could be talking about, oh, I need a recipe or whatever, and maybe the perpetrator is walking around you or whatever, you can quick do get me help. Say you're a young child who's being isolated because of the pandemic, and now your parent has already put a few marks on you and is keeping you really close, and somebody comes to deliver food, and your perpetrator is going to jump in front of you or whatever. You could do it backwards. You could be walking away like this and do like this. Okay. Really important to know what to do with that. When you see someone doing that, you're going to call 911 right away. You're going to say, I see somebody giving the universal sign of they're in trouble. They're being either abducted, kidnapped, they're calling for help. They can't speak. Their perpetrator, abductor will harm them. It could be going to a window. Quick, help. It could be in passing, walking. When I think about locally, we had a woman recently um, who was got away from her abuser, her ex, who was domestically abusing her for years. She ended the relationship, was living apart from him, and he got into her apartment and abducted her. And had anybody seen her, if she had, known to do this, somebody could have followed. I don't know if she knew to do that, just because it just started recently. But she did know to get away from him, and there were guns involved, and he was violent. The police knew the situation, and he ended up turning the gun on himself. So we have been told, and she drove herself to a police station to get away from him. Um, and then, of course, in the news is Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie. And in any of those Instagram videos, Gabby done this, and we knew it. That's how important it is. I mean, had everyone known it, had Gabby been talking to the police officers in Utah while that call was going on, while she was, um, she it's very hard to speak the words. You're told, if you tell, I'll hurt your family. If you tell, I'll know. If you tell. Okay, so she could have, like, really just been like, oh no, everything was okay. I did it. It's my fault and everything. And I'm sorry, I drew attention to us. I'm sorry, I grabbed the wheel, la 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 la. La. And then, and if the police officers knew that, they would have known to be like, okay, okay, you know what, Brian, we're going to take you in. And they would have got her to safety. Or had she been able to FaceTime with her mom and do this? Very important. So, universal sign of help. There's so many women and men too, that are being abused. Children, teenagers, partners on their dates. Humans abuse humans. Eventually, I'm going to do a video on my thoughts on this when it comes to people that abuse other people. And our it's ingrained in us to mind our own business. We're told from young, mind your own business. It's none of your business. You don't get involved. Everybody has a bad day. Don't make a mountain out of a molehill, right? Okay. Well, there'll be retaliation. You don't know what could happen. Domestic violence is very dangerous. It is. All of that. But still, if someone does this, just call the police, note where they're going. If somebody's going into a car or whatever, don't try to intervene yourself. Just let the person know, I see you. They might have funds on them or whatever. So don't just call immediately, immediate help, figure out where. I was thinking about the House of Horrors in Ohio had Michelle Knight or Amanda Berry or Jesse, if anybody in that house had been able to go to a window and do this, a boarded up house. Ariel Castro was in there. Um, so I think it could be an awesome thing if we just keep the message out there, okay? Hand up, hand up. Practice it. Practice it backwards. Practice it. Somebody grabs you. You're in a crowd. Doesn't have to be domestic violence. It was created for domestic violence. Now it's help, universal help. Is that a scream? Can't scream? You got duct tape? I don't know. Maybe you just, whatever. It's a crazy world. Get safe. Okay. Take care, everyone. Have a nice day. Bye bye.